Oh, what the hell she kissed what? They are all in it for love, I swear. From Sean and Joanna, who are just had to elope 2 years ago and not tell anybody. Tata and James, who have no money in place. Lily and Josh, who Josh, I guess, is going to be the house husband? All right. Corona and Inky, who they can't seem to get out of each other's way, and she just wants to be mean. Statler and Dempsey, who cannot possibly decide what they want, and they are polar opposite ends of the spectrum. It is just complete madness. Madness, I say. But I feel bad for some of them because I do believe that there are some, at least one half of each relationship believes it's for love. But that is to be seen if any of them actually work out. I'll hold on to it. Just this much hope. Just this much. But first, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Make sure you share. I appreciate all the support. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be looking at that live show. Married at First Sight, it's coming back at some point. And when it does, I'm hoping we're looking at that live show as well. First, let us look at Corona and Inky, because good God, does she just want to not be accepted? Now, if she gets in there and his family completely doesn't accept her, then hey, it is what it is. But she is setting herself up for not feeling like she's accepted, but yet just making herself look like she is trying to get people to look at her. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. Just listen.
These are the spots you go to. These are the spots you don't go to. Don't wear a Viking hat. Do this. Don't do that. You know? It's good for me to know these things. I don't want to be out there looking stupid.
Uh-huh.
Today.
Okay. So she doesn't want to be out there. She says looking stupid, but just in reality, looking different, looking like she stands out. So she doesn't want to be looking like that. She put on a Viking helmet, which maybe she would. I mean, obviously she's over-exaggerating, but she says that, and then she puts on the most see me boots with spikes on the heels that you could possibly have. But please, I don't want people to, say that I stand out. No, please.
Stunning. Yeah.
You ready to go?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. Hold on to that.
All right. That's your reaction. That's your reaction. But
Well, okay. Hold on. Passive aggressive much? And if that's your reaction, that's your reaction. Now watch it. He has no clue.
Yeah. I said stunning.
He absolutely did.
But you were like, oh yeah.
What?
Oh, what do you want? I've seen you in that dress before.
Not in person?
Yeah.
All right.
This is insane. Now, the fact that she has actually come out and said, oh, I was soft partnering you, or whatever the hell she called it, and now that she's come out and said that, now she's going to really show her true side, which isn't, well, it at least doesn't seem like it's that nice of a person, because damn, I mean, all of a sudden you want to say, I was just faking the niceness. Now I'm going to show you my true side because we've been together long enough. I think you won't leave.
I don't want to be the naggy girlfriend and just be like, oh, you got to learn this and learn that.
Mm-hmm.
But now I've stopped soft partnering.
See?
So sometimes I feel like you take me for granted at times.
Take you for granted for what? You walked out, he said stunning. Now, I think you looked kind of crazy. You looked insane, you looked see me, you looked like you were trying to make a statement out there while saying you don't want anyone to be staring at you, basically. And then you're going to say, what, he didn't say stunning times 2? I mean, this is the kind of crap that just doesn't make sense. This is like the epitome of someone trying to pick a fight. And I don't really know why. I don't know what she is trying to gain here. Like, she wants to show her true side, but her true side isn't that nice. So she wants to get a fight with him. So if she's not accepted by his family, she can run away and say, well, I have a reason. He pissed me off. I mean, what is going on here? It's crazy. She needs to chill. Now, maybe, perhaps, this is where he gets his revenge.
We bury it for like a couple of months, and that acids and stuff like that, it kind of evaporates. The meat is processed and hung up to dry for another couple of months. And then, like, we have this delicious delicacy, which...
They have rotted shark, basically, that they bury in the ground. And I get it. There's different ways people do things. It's a delicacy, so I get it. It doesn't have to taste good. It's just different cultures. It doesn't sound that appetizing, though, so I almost wonder if this is kind of how he gets his payback. It's like, I'm going to show you one of our delicacies that you're probably not going to like, and hopefully guilt you into eating it. Oh,
Ready?
She ain't going to eat that.
You can do it.
Is she gonna eat it?
Trust me on this. Don't smell it.
How can I not smell something that I'm eating?
All right, take a full bite.
She ain't gonna eat it. All right, but I pose to you the question, what if he came to the United States and tried something, I don't know, some food that her family makes or some food that means something to her, and he's like, oh, do you really think she would just laugh it off like he did? No, she'd be like, how dare you insult me like that? Yeah, she's obviously trying to get a rise, trying to be a victim in some aspect, but we'll see how it plays out. It does go a little bit further, though. Let's see.
My wardrobe, my everything. I only have so many modest outfits. It's
So hold on. She's talking about not being accepted for many reasons, including her wardrobe, her race, all these things she's talking about. And then she goes into like, I don't have that many modest outfits. I'm like, so you want to be extremely revealing, but yet you want to set it up to where you're going to be offended if they see you in an extremely revealing outfit and are like, why is she wearing that? She's setting it up to be able to say, like, how did your family not like me? They didn't accept me. Like, this is all, like, setting the stage. Now, they clearly had a lot of issues, so I don't know if she's seeing the writing on the wall and she's trying to find an exit strategy. Either way, this is not becoming of her, I will say, because come on, just go with the flow. If they don't like, this is what you do. If they don't like your wardrobe and he's okay with it, look, I mean, that stuff like that is ridiculous to wear when you're meeting someone's family. It just is. But if he's okay with it, fine. If his family doesn't like it, then why not just let it roll off? Why have such paper thin skin? Why do you have to act like someone has to accept everything about you? People have different opinions. Let it go. Instead, you got to be like, what if? I mean, I don't know. Are you going to break up if they don't like your wardrobe because you have like 0 modest outfits? Well, then that's a problem. That's a you problem. That's something you need to work out. Either way, it is not looking promising for them in this aspect. I think that she's going to go there. Something's going to happen with his family. And they're going to look at her in some kind of wrong way, and she's going to take offense. She's going to be like, why didn't they accept me? And it's going to be this big fight, and it's all going to end, and she's going to run back to the United States. That is probably what's going to happen. We will see. And it's probably going to be something stupid that shouldn't even really matter. I mean, because guess what? People can say something that maybe they disagree with. I don't know, your wardrobe, because you have everything hanging out. That's okay. That's all right. And if you're good with it, then hey, do you. If he's good with it, do you. But acting like you're getting offended and setting it up to where you act like you're already going to get offended, it's just not a good look. It just isn't. Now, Tata and James seem to be the fun couple that might actually have a shot because they might actually have some sort of feelings there. But it's not without its challenges because now they're here at her parents' house with him not being able to make any money, trying to go about how they're going to get him a job and do all these things. And oh, by the way, some random car that they still owe like $17,000 on. And they're talking to the parents about that. All of a sudden, Tata loses her and just starts going crazy, acting like just crying uncontrollably, talking in, Indonesian, the language they speak there. And he doesn't, James doesn't know what the hell is going on because he don't speak the language. And then it's madness. It's madness. Oh no. Oh, what the hell she kissed? What? What did she kiss? I mean, listen, she is an emotional wreck right now. And all of a sudden, she's going down and she's kissing her mom's feet. And then James looks like this. He looks like he's going to throw up. Like, he's just so... Now, I don't mean it's bizarre. But I don't mean he's grossed out necessarily to that level. But he's just like, I don't know what's happening. I'm very, very uncomfortable right now. And he really... does not have a clue. And that's the bothersome part because he has no idea what is going on. He can't understand the language. She took over the conversation and then started crying uncontrollably. And he's like, "What? I don't. Am I working for the banana chip place? Is that my job now? Like, is that why we're upset?" He doesn't have a clue. What? And then, not only that, but then this happened.
Biar tambah ringan kamu
feel-
minta maaf sama
Ask your
suami.
husband.
Itu kalau udah sama mama, sama suami. Yang penting berumah tangga saling menghormati, saling mencintai, saling.
Okay, all right. So now it's ask your husband for forgiveness. And I'm like, I mean, they've both done wrong. Don't get me wrong. And in this case, sure, maybe she should have apologized because she immediately started just checking out of the conversation and just trying to translate. But I get it. She was overwhelmed, sure. And he was kind of like, what are you doing? So I didn't even see anything really too wrong on either end. I think she got a little hype about it and started getting upset at him for really no reason. But the whole apologize to your husband thing, I'm like, listen, y'all need to figure it out, but it's an interesting cultural thing. I get it. Cultural. Interesting, though, because I didn't really see a whole lot in that situation. They need to work some things out. That is abundantly clear. And if they don't start talking through some things and figuring things out, like, I don't know, the job, the kids, where are we just going to stay here with mom and dad forever? These things need to be figured out ASAP or marriage going to fall apart.
It's about you, not give me a break to talk, to think, to translate double language in my brain.
Okay. All right. I take it back. She definitely needed to apologize. Look at how angry she is. I mean, listen, I do think that some of that is simply because it is a translation thing. I think in her head, she's trying to translate and she has a pretty good grasp on the English language. But when it's not your first language, I can only imagine when you're trying to do those things in your head and it doesn't come naturally. So I'm sure she's frustrated with that. But they went into that conversation, the one she's talking about, that they were going to have that conversation with her parents and they were going to do it together. And what she ended up doing was just translating what he was saying. Instead of being like, together, we want to figure out how we're going to work, how we're going to do that. No, instead it was just, James said this, James said that. And it makes it look like he's demanding things when that really wasn't the case. The fact is she made it seem like he was going to be able to work for the banana chip company and make money. And all of a sudden, before she went over there, at the last second, she said, well, family pretty much works for free. Which was messed up because what the hell are you going to do for money? So there was wrong on both ends at different times, but her acting angry like this is kind of ridiculous. I'm not going to lie, because they do have some things to figure out, and it is important. Josh and Lily have an interesting dynamic because, well, he can't work either. So we see that across the board pretty much here with people going over there, other countries having issues with working. He can't work. He's on a spousal visa, so he's got several years before he can. She seems to have a somewhat successful business, but yet she keeps saying she's broke because she put all this money into this house they have now, which is interesting because it has like elevators and stuff. So I don't know why that was needed, but I digress. It's insane the amount of money she spent. Whether she's really broke or not, I don't know. He's feeling a little funny because now he can't provide or help provide, but now he has to face her family, and her sister enters the picture and says some interesting things about Lily.
喜欢追求浪漫，但我也不是傻瓜，我一般不会被骗的。
只是因为你的那个就是爱情观，可能和我们就是大多数中国人的不太一样。
She says that your perception of love may be different from other Chinese people, and says basically you like to pursue love. Lily says, I like to pursue love, but I'm not an idiot, kind of making it seem like, and they talked about how when she initially went over to the United States and they got married and everything, that there were concerns because they're thinking, presumably, that he is going to take advantage. And it kind of appears that way because of all the money she put into the house. Now, everything we've seen on the show, it doesn't appear that was him, and it was more like something she wanted to do. But either way, if you're the family looking from the outside in, you're going to wonder if some of that is influenced by him, and maybe he is taking advantage. So I get where they're coming from. And it appears that she kind of goes all in when she has a relationship, but that may not bode well if they really don't have money to do it.
I could help with English, like things electrical, carry her equipment. I like to clean, so I get to clean the house, garden. I could cook. But the thing I could offer her And I think that's why she's with me, is just that I'm in love with her.
Okay, like it seemed like he's trying to sell himself, and he just sold himself as a house husband. Now, everyone he's talked to, or in China, believes that he should be working on some level, and he probably should. At some point, he's going to have to figure out a way to make some sort of income. But he just told himself, as I can clean the house, I can cook, I can do all these things, which is great. But if she's struggling to bring in money because of all the money she sent, or spent up front, then there's going to be an issue if you cannot figure out how to go and hustle yourself some money without having to get an official job. So there's going to be a problem here. And him saying, but the most thing I can offer is just my love. I mean, you sound like you were trying to sell yourself to a family member. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're on a TV show trying to sell yourself. And guess what? You are. So I guess it works out. Statler and Dempsey, quick update on them because not a whole lot going on in this episode with them. But they did have some issues with the van, and they got it straight. But, it's some interesting to look forward to what may be happening because they had a slight hiccup, couldn't figure out the heat. And then Statler said this.
It's a massive load off my shoulders. We can go to sleep warm now.
I would have been a grouchy biatch if there were no heat. I hate cold.
Okay, this is the question. This is why I say she said that. What do you not hate? Everything you say is something hate. Like, there's nothing really you seem like you like. It's just you want to complain to complain. That's why it's going to be, it's going to dissolve. Everything's going to fall apart because you don't even want to be here. Like, you said the van was bigger than you thought, so you're happy about that, but you don't want to be there. And okay, so the heat would be out. All right, well, you get in the back of the van, you get in some sleeping bags, whatever. I get it. But you were already going that route of it's going to be a problem before it could even get resolved. And it seemed like it got resolved pretty quickly. So this is the kind of negativity that's going to be heading into this trip. And they are not going to handle it well because they're going to be fighting nonstop. And then this whole trip that's supposed to be like a fun road trip and we're just always living on the road is going to be misery. Absolute misery. So Sean and Joanne are our newest couple, and they're fun because he's Irish and is going to end up just being a douche, I'm sure. Not because he's Irish, but just because he just seems like that's where this is heading. But hey, we will see. And then, she all of a sudden, she hasn't told anyone about her marriage. And, then all of a sudden, Priscilla Presley decides to come and visit. So she's going to tell her, apparently. I mean, it's okay. It's her mom, but come on, that looks like Priscilla Presley. I mean, doesn't it though? I think so. Anyways, her mom is a little upset because she knows she's hiding something, and then she finally decides to coax it out of her.
You're telling me, Joanne. Where are we going?
Well, we'll be, we're married.
She was gonna say we'll be married. Look at her. Oh, she gonna beat you.
You knew this?
No. No.
No.
She is not pleased, and can you blame her? You're the mom. You're her mother. I get it. She's a grown woman. She can do what she wants. I mean, that's true. But you're the mom, and you just found out they've been married. This guy you've never met that's over in Ireland, they've been married for 2 years. And you don't know about it. No one in the family knows about it. She goes on to ask, do your kids know about it? No, but we're going to tell them. And then asks about moving there. Oh, I'm going to go there 1 month and come back 2 weeks. But, if the kids don't like it, then we'll have to figure it. She has no clue what she's doing. And I guarantee she doesn't stick to what she says. If the kids aren't happy with it, she's going to find a way to go there anyway or stay there. Unless he pisses her off. And if he pisses her off, then okay, maybe that's the reason. But it's not going to be because her kids are unhappy. I'm sorry, but she's not giving off that vibe.
It's not anybody. I'm your mother. I'm not just anybody.
We did this for ourselves. We did this for the two of us.
You still could have had that and people known and wished you good luck. Not that I would have, because I would have said to you, jackass.
I love this lady. Give me more of this lady. Give this lady her own reality show. It's like, you could have had that. You could have had that with everyone. Not that you would have with me, because I would have said jackass. Now that's parenting at its finest. The problem here is when you're starting off with not telling your family about a relationship. Yes, you can do that. Sure, you're an adult. You can do what you want. in reality, you don't have to tell anybody. But if you're starting it off that way, it's not for any other reason except that you're afraid of what they'll say. They may disagree with your decision. You know there's part of that decision that may not be right, and they may point it out, and you don't want to hear it because that might sway you to do something else, because you might actually have to have a realization that you might not be making a good decision. So it's all because you don't want to be told, think about it? Does that make all good sense? No, that's childlike behavior. That's what children do. Children don't want to say to their parents something because they might tell them no. Children don't want to say something or tell them the truth because they're afraid of getting in trouble. That's what this is. This is 5-year-old behavior. Yes, people elope, and that's what she said. But in this case, it doesn't seem like there's any, anger in the family in the sense of like there's some sort of reason to be afraid of her mom. She just was like, you're just probably going to say something I don't want to hear. That's what it boiled down to, and that's the problem. And that is the childlike behavior. So, good luck with that. It's not going to end well. You're going to go there. Your kids aren't going to get along with him or something. He's going to be a complete many words that probably I should not say on the video, and then you're going to end up, divorcing some dude overseas in Ireland, which probably will be fun as well. It's not going to have a happy ending. It just isn't. But then again, I don't think really any of them are. It'll be entertaining to watch. It always is. Gotta love reality TV. All right, I appreciate y'all's support. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be looking at that live show when Married at First Sight comes back, which is soon, I hope. I'm assuming it's probably going to come back in like October, November, so a couple months or so. But once that happens, it's going to be fun. Can't wait to see y'all for that, and I will see y'all next time.